It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And tip-off approaching, but in the meantime, let's discuss post play. Shaq, you are a dominant post scorer. Duh. Who do you think are the top post scorers in the NBA right now?
Well, one, DeMarcus Cousins, 25-13, can go inside and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch. Big Al Jefferson, a.k.a. Baby Fundamentals. He does everything with his right hand, so he's so good. That's all he needs. And Brook Lopez, nice size, nice touch, and nice feet work, too. I know you say feet work is not a word, but you can't do nothing with footwork. You need both feet. So, Dr. O'Neal, name it, feet work, put it in the dictionary, shut it up.
Okay. Well, you know what? The guy who reminds me of Shaq a little bit, Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes.
Stop it.
He does, man. He's got some
of your mind.
He overpowers guys.
Stop it.
I mean, it's like a little version
Cut it
of
out.
Okay, all right.
Send it to Kevin for a body slam this guy.
I was reaching, man.
Jeez.
I had the Kevin Durant arms on that. I was reaching.
All right.
Tim Duncan's got to be in that conversation.
Oh, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, good guys. That overpower people. We're talking about.
My bad.
I apologize. Just overpowering.
No, but I already said the top centers in the league.
I'm just saying about overpowering.
Answer the question, man.
Okay, my bad.
Time to go down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call. Kev?
Nikola.
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. The Timberwolves looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. So Golden State will get the first possession. Now Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the three spot. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Jang with a clean look. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Curry against Rubio. Banked in off the glass.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And Zhang kicks to Towns. Here's Levine. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. On defense, Minnesota.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And that one's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rubio, the pass to Levine. Zhang against Bogut. And Zhang kicks to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. With the teardrop, and it's sent back by Bogut. And they'll keep possession. Levine can't hit. Outside Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Wiggins. It's Thompson off the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's the screen. Towns dishes to Levine. Wiggins outside. Can they get it? Jump shot is good. Wiggins has got his first points in this one.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Up top, Curry, covered by Rubio. Right side, Green. Inside, here's Bogut. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 3. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Barbosa is out there with Livingston, and it's Spates in at center. And here's Golden State. Barbosa with it. High post shot. And Spates gets it to go. Spates has got the lead back up to 3 now for the Warriors.
2 minutes. And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
Here is Livingston. Payne grabs the board. 1:41 left to play in the first half. Here's Levine. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Now Muhammad following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Payne passes to Bekovic. Here's Levine. Another miss by Minnesota.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Here's Green. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Green's got 5 points so far. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here is Barbosa. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Spates sets a screen. Fires the three. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
And the second free throw, good. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Offensive rebound. Here's Towns. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Jacks up a three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors lead by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
I mean, you look at film, but it's just about in-game situations, just analyzing the situation and take care of the ball. Making sure that you make eye contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot up is better than giving to them. So we got to just look at that and we'll figure it out.
This team made savvy decisions all night, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
The field goal percentage was off the Chisnarts, Ernie. Let me rewind it. The field goal percentage was off the charts, Ernie. It was well planned, well executed. They took very few bad shots, and that needs to be the focus from here on out. More smart basketball, don't try to do too much, and open the door for a comeback.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Now Rubio, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Youngsters Anthony Towns and Zhang are in the post. And it's Rubio in at the point guard. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. Now here's Zhang. The 10-footer finds the target. Zhang's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Timberwolves. And for Gorgie Zhang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor, but I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Rubio outside. Takes the 13-footer, and again it's Minnesota converting.
You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Here's Green, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Both free throws good from Green. Timberwolves trail by 5. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. Back to Rubio. On the wing, Wiggins. Clock at 6. Fade away. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And talking about Gorgie Zhang, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in the game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
Nice shot by Bogut. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
A rebound by the Timberwolves.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Rubio dishes to Towns. Here's Pekovic. No luck. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game. And he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his training. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting.
Iguodala, the pass to Curry. To the inside, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. Rubio outside. Off target. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 9. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And the final period of play just about to start. Warriors leading by 9 on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Rush out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then it's Curry. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard. Here's Ezeli, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Timberwolves trail by 10. And here's Rubio. Here's Muhammad. The rebound by Ezeli. And it's Golden State's ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Outside Curry. Pass to Barnes. And the rejection by Jang. Here's Rubio. The dish now to Muhammad. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. He hits the second from the line. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Warriors leading by 9. Outside Curry. Feeds it to Clark. They set the pick. Back to Curry. Lots of room. And that one's good.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? You can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of hold, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Curry against Rubio. Here's Muhammad. Here's Dang. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Gorgie Dang. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Festus Ezeli, and it's Klay Thompson in for Ian Clark. And he makes both free throws. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Curry kicks to Green. Pass to Barnes. Dishes it to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
At the top of the key, Towns. Wiggins dishes to Jang. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Curry. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 9. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Payne, he's checked in for Jen. Garnett comes in for Towns. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Green. Lush comes in for Barnes. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Jones. A second chance effort. No good on the layup.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Livingston. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Your Timberwolves dancers, come on, give it up.
Outside, Jones. Here's Garnett. That one's good from the corner.
Terrific shot by Garnett. Boy, is he smooth.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us how you were able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight.
You know, we missed some key shots, but in the end, we just stuck together and played good defense. You know, we helped each other out, so we played real good collectively tonight.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Draymond Green.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple. The energy, the intensity that he brought onto the floor tonight is incredible. Defensively, he's one of the few guys in the league that can guard all 5 positions. That alone makes Draymond Green a unique and special talent.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the 5th barbecue chicken alert.
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Pistons to start out. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harris in at the 3. Now here is Smith. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Outside Jackson. Clock at 4. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. James outside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Harris misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Yeah, the Pistons ended last season with a record of 32-50. They played decently enough against the rest of the East and had 23 of their 32 wins against the Eastern Conference.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. On the wing, Harris. Harris missing again. And Detroit last season against the East played well for stretches. They couldn't find that consistency to climb the ladder in the East.
And they had a lot of changes going on. Tons of transition for this group. But let's face it, they did play well down the stretch. A lot of wins against playoff teams from the East. And went 500 against Eastern playoff teams in their final 10 matchups.
Now here's Jackson following the miss by Kevin Love. There's 48 seconds left in the first. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Outside Irving. Over to the left wing. From about 16. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Pass to Morris. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
The Cavaliers leading by 4.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Aaron Baines. Jackson is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Johnson, and it's Tolliver in at the 4-man position. Here's Jackson following the basket by LeBron James.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Now here's Jackson after LeBron James's miss. And Meeks kicks to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Now the dish to Meeks. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Johnson's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 6. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. James against Johnson. James outside. Dellavedova dishes to Shumpert. With the shot. The shot is off. And the Pistons now going the other way. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Outside Jackson. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Meeks. From deep. No luck. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here they go. James, the pass to Fry. Releases. That's short off the rim.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And Meeks kicks to Jackson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Jackson no good on that one. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
Fires it up. Detroit, no good that time either.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 7. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson. And after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
I'd really like to see them attack the rim a little bit more. Change the game up, man. Generate some more easy baskets. Part of the reason they're behind is because they've been outclassed inside. They haven't been able to drive the ball, dish the ball. They need to pound it in the paint more if they want to win this basketball game.
And that's it for halftime.